So I'm sitting here and I just took a little study break and I get on Twitter and I see the incident in Texas with the cop in McKinney. And it it does not shock me that it almost seems like daily now we're having these instances where there's a white cop involved in some kind of escalated scenario with a black teenager or black person in general. And being a criminal justice major, I was somewhat on the defensive when people are like, "Oh, you're about to become a cop, you're about to become a pig," and da 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 da. But it's like, where are the good cops? And it's sad because yes, I know some. I'm not saying every cop in the world is bad, but someone actually tweeted, and I thought it was really deep. It says, "Wow, I wonder why so many cops in so many different cities treat black people the same way, almost like there's some kind of systematic issue." And someone responded saying, "Nah, it can't be. Then that would mean that the police system was set up to oppress black people, and that can't be true." Of course, it's sarcasm, but if you really sit and think about the issue, it's sad because it doesn't seem to be getting any better. It really doesn't. And we hope for change, but people are getting tired and fed up with situations like this. So it's almost as if minorities, I'm not even going to just single it out to blacks, even though we have been the most prominent ones in the media, even if minorities try to stand up in this situation, whether it be a peaceful protest or violent, that's like MLK and Malcolm X right now. But we're really reverting back to those times because it seems like there's nothing that is being done to really change this. Like, what has been instilled and what has been taught, and why? Why? Why does the color of my skin make me a threat to you? Why does it seem like people are afraid to walk on the streets nowadays or to even come in any kind of contact with a cop because of all these instances? I watched the video, and one of the little boys, he was told by the cop to stop and sit down or whatever, and the cop turned his head to go handle some other people, and the little boy took off. So the cop chased him, clearly, and the cop says to him, "Why did you take off?" The little boy responds saying that everyone else did, and he wasn't going to stand there. And the cop's like, "Well, you broke the law, and you trying to be a part of the masses or whatever got you caught, and now you're in trouble." And there's a crowd. It's funny because there's literally a crowd of people. It's the cop and the guy over here, and then there's people watching over here. And the cop goes, "You could be over there, but no, you wanted to participate." And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, so all of those people that you watched run away and that you are watching standing there and watch you, they're not in trouble all because he's black. And I'm watching the video, and I'm looking at all of the people that the cops stopped. All of them were black. So what were the white people doing? And I just don't understand. Like, white people commit crimes, black people commit crimes, Hispanic people, Mexicans, everybody. But why? It has yet to click in my head to understand why we are such a threat. And I think that's why I'm working so hard to be in school, because there has to be some kind of change. And honestly, it doesn't matter because I could have a book in my hand, I could be dressed to the T, and I'm still a threat. But am I a threat because you're afraid of me being more powerful than you want me to be? I'm sorry, but y'all can't suppress us. You could try so hard, but we're hurting as a society. But we are so strong. I'm sorry. It's sad to think that we are really going through these times. And I mean, I always talk to my parents like, yeah, racism still exists, but I don't have it as bad as you might have had it, or as bad as my grandmother or my great grandmother may have had it. But it still goes on. Sometimes we try to turn a blind eye to it, but the older I'm getting, you can't, because these issues keep arising. Like, I mean, the cop in this video, he was relieved of his duties or whatever because he pointed the gun at the children. But what about just the physical abuse? Like, I didn't know that it was like they cover things up, and it's illegal. It's very legal for them to be prejudiced and to pick and choose what kind of crimes they want to go after. And I don't understand the system right now. And it's the deeper I'm getting into this criminal justice major, it's just like, where is the real change? Like, we're supposed to be a system where people trust you, where people can depend on the police system, and they're wondering why minorities, or honestly, I can't even just limit it to minorities, because there are some white people, some people that understand that things are not right, but the people that are in charge are the ones that are taking advantage of this. And we gotta change, because we're gonna have literally, if things keep continuing like this, there is going to be another civil war, because there's bodies piling up, there's instances just adding up, which is just fueling our fire. And it's like, how long can you expect us to be silent? How long can you expect us to let you, or the government, or these people that we expect to help us, how long do they expect us to just lie down and let them try to walk all over us? I'm sorry, but that's not happening. We're too strong for that. They say watch your tongue. Don't get involved in certain situations where you can even give the cops that authority to question what you're doing. But what about the cases where people aren't doing anything? What about the cases where the cops already label us as a certain way? It really, like, it hurts me. Like, I'm grateful that I've never been involved in these kind of situations, but to keep hearing about these things happening and nothing is changing, something has to come out of this. We have to fix this. We really do.